Absolute Board Co. produces, owns and distributes some of the biggest brands of skateboard right now. Our major brand is Penny Skateboard. So we started in the UK just under 3 years ago, and we've just delivered a turnover of £10 million. We now employ 24 people, but with plans to grow that quite considerably in the coming months. The key factors for us are there is in the UK a good action sports market already. People who are interested in the lifestyle, that it's brand led, which means we can maintain a premium price, and importantly it does have the highest penetration of internet shopping in Europe, and Europe is higher than the rest of the world, so it made sense for us to put ourselves here. You can go online onto our website, design your own board, and we will build and dispatch it within 24 hours. The UK is a significant gateway for Europe. Firstly, being a member of the EU makes trading with other nations really straightforward, but it's also we're a good platform for the non-EU customers as well. They tend to be used to dealing with British customers. The time zones aren't too different, which makes life easy, and the transport communication links are good. What that's given us is the ability to develop a controlled, stable, broad distribution base across the whole of Europe, which is a competitive advantage for our business. We chose Southampton because, first and foremost, the communication links here. It is a major port on the south coast, and we can easily get product from here out to stores both within the UK and across the channel to Europe. I think the three lessons perhaps that we've learnt over the last few years is, firstly, it's quite easy to underestimate the size of the combined market here. Nobody would have guessed Russia was going to be our largest export market. It wasn't even in our initial plans. The second point is that it's easy to focus on the differences, and there's actually far more similarities between the British way of working and the Australian way of working. And I think the third one, and perhaps the most important, is that Aussie attitude of give it a go, get involved, let's not worry too much if it fails, works really well in this environment. When the plan was first formulated to expand the business into Europe, the UKTI were there right at the very start, right from doing the initial evaluation, and they've been with us all the way through, indeed to our current stage, which is looking at our next phase of growth. What have they been able to provide for us? Well, first and foremost, it's about information and insight. There's a huge wealth of knowledge there. There's been a number of useful courses that some of the guys here are attending. And they've also been able to offer us advice about where to go within new markets that we're expanding into, which we wouldn't have had the time to research ourselves.